Greetings, Earthlings! My name is Zero Jake and welcome back to Space Engineers. So, for the past couple of episodes really, we've been building this lovely live ship, which is where, the crew of the fleet is going to live. We are going to have several of these because it currently holds a crew of 6, or at least it is 6 cryo tubes. You could have a crew of 12 and they have shifts, but yeah. And then the 12 can be spread around the fleet when needed. Anyway, so the next thing that we need to do, really, we're going for a long shot here, is we need a personnel transporter so that we can transport personnel from this ship over to other ships in the fleet. Whilst the fleet is moving, you don't want to have to use jetpacks, which use hydrogen all the time. However, in order to accomplish this, and I'm also feeling that this is a very good time to start doing this, is I need another construction drone. Now, the reason why I need another construction drone is that I currently do not have any projectors that build small ships, and at some point I'm going to need that. So what I have the idea of is replicating or creating another construction drone that is in small grid form, so that it can use a projector for small grids and all that jazz. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get some more oxygen, because that's otherwise going to make me die, which is not going to be the best. I'm probably just going to have like all of the oxygen tanks. I've been having trouble refilling bottles actually, which is not the best thing in the universe. So I've got auto refill and it's not refilling, so I need to click refill and then it refills the bottle, and then fun times happens. But yes, so we're going to be duplicating our construction drone into small block form. Now, because we're now in beta, we've got a new way of switching between blocks. It's no longer R. It is now you press the block again. And then everything will be in small block form, so tiny catwalks, things like that. So you hit the same button that you've just hit before to change between different sizes. Now each large block is 5 by 5 small blocks. However, the cockpit for the small block is a 3 by 3. The large reactor is a 3 by 3. And a lot of other stuff is 3 by 3 instead of 5 by 5. This is weird because it's also the same for connectors. So a connector is here. As you can see, it actually has the same... The rim, the yellow rim, is actually the same size. So if we go like this, it's actually the same size. Give me a second. Just switch out. Press 4 again. Press 4 again, and then as you can see it's the same size. However, there's an extra armor block's worth of space around the edges. Right, so to begin with, what we're going to do is we're going to have our cockpit after intense loading. Right, we can clear everything out of here because we don't need it. We don't need this. We will need these, and we will need that nanite repair beacon, and I may as well get the other one. The nanite projection beacon, there we go. Because we'll need to place those in order to do things anyway. Noting that their small block forms are actually much more compact. As you can see, it's the same size as the regular nanite beacon, but it uses a lot less space. It's like a 1 by 3, is it? Or a 1 by 2? Yeah, 1 by 2. So this small ship is going to be smaller, go figure, than the rest of our stuff. So let's go to reactor, let's go get us... We are probably going to use another azimuth fusion reactor, essentially because they are, very, very nice to use. Is there another version that we can use? We could use a large reactor instead as our Kickstarter reactor, so place the large reactor here, trying to mirror it. In fact, that's actually... That's a 5 by 5. No, it's a 3 by 3. Good. So what we do, we can place our large reactor, place, and then that's there. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to mirror from here, and then we're going to mirror backwards. It's not going to be an exact replica. It's probably going to be, 1.3, 1.6 times as small, something around that. Yeah. I don't know how small it would be, but it will be that small. Anyway, so next thing we need is we need a cockpit. We then need... we're going to need gyroscopes. No questions asked about that. We are also going to need thrusters, and I believe instead of the small ones we're going to be using the big ones. If we use these are actually, you know, smaller than these regular ones. They may not give much of a kick, but yeah. So go back over to number 6, get this, and you'll actually find that these cockpits are smaller than the larger ones, which is weird. It doesn't make sense. Well, it does make sense, but it shouldn't. Not well, not that well anyway. So the main thing that we're going to be doing is instead of pretending every block is 5 long, we're going to pretend it's 3 long. So this thing should be 3/5 of the size, and you know, times that by itself 3 times. Well, times it by itself twice, and you know, you get the volume. Whatever. I'm rambling. Let's get over with. Yes. Anyway, so what we need to do is we're going to be planning out where the blocks are, and this is going to be the annoying bit because I have to do this. So that's, for example, no, this is wrong. Ooh, I did it wrong. Oh well. It's fine. I do things wrong many times. So we need a regular armor block here. We then need a slope, and essentially we want that. We'll do one side and then we'll do the other. I believe that will make the most sense. We're also going to fill in, well, not going to fill in everything. We're just going to fill in what we can. So from here we then want some corner blocks. I'm just going to, you know, fill this in as well because that's going to make everything much easier for me. Probably do the same down at the bottom. This is going to take a while. Just going to say. Right. Okay, so essentially that's one armor block, and we'll be using some sort of nanite factory to deal with welding this thing because we can, and because it takes too long for me to do it by hand. Anyway, so next thing we need is we need the corner blocks and their inverted variety. So inverted variety goes here, and then we want these guys, and then we want this. Yeah, that looks right. That looks right. Nice. See? Looks like it already. Yeah, this is going to take me a very, very long time. Yeah, I'll be back in a second once I've done some more armoring of this thing. Okay, we are back. So, I decided, after a brief moment of, you know, messing around, that that wasn't really going to be something I would like, as in building a 3/5 replica of this ship. It would kind of be a waste of resources. So, instead, what we're going to do is we're going to create our own construction drone, hopefully in the similar style, hopefully without destroying the universe. So I'm going to do is I'm going to do one side to begin with, or at least I'm going to do the horizontal plane of it to begin with, because that's going to be much easier to do. Really, we don't actually need much, and it should be pretty small, since it's not going to have, you know, any complex things like, complex things. Yes, very descriptive there, Jake. Well done. So what we're going to be using is we're going to be using armoured thrusters in order to pull everything off, and they're going to be very good armoured thrusters, so that they can pull their job off even better than usual. Right, so we want an inverted block here, and then regular and regular. So that's the kind of armouring that we're going to have. Most of the back end is basically going to be, you know, free. Let's extend this along, and then what we can do is we can... Oh, oops. Right. Let's do this, shall we? Park. Unlock. Go up a bit. Still floating. Right, we'll lock the landing gear so that this thing doesn't float around. Yeah, actually, that should be fine. Anyway, So what I was doing is we want... So that's going to be flat, and then what we can have is we can have this going out like that, and then we can have slopes going like this. If that makes any sense whatsoever. Continuing, if we press T so that I can not switch blocks around, because that would be kind of silly. Right, like that. And as you can see, we've got some space for some reactors. So if we go and go to 6 and get some reactors, we want the azimuth fusion tiny 6 point. Face it like this. Then that should be good. And then we can have a conveyor tube. Lovely, lovely conveyor tube. Oh right, because you're the big conveyor tube, aren't you? Yes, you're a small cargo container. That's not what I want. Right, conveyor. I want the mini conveyors, which haven't been assigned to conveyor tube stuff. Okay. Oh no. No, they haven't been assigned. Never mind. Right. So we want conveyor. We want the small tube and small corner. We don't need the medium conveyor tube. Right. So what we need is interior plate to place this. Of course we need interior plate. Why else would we have interior plate in the universe? Doesn't make sense, but it does to someone. Who knows? Right, so now that's done. Let's go over here. Flip around like this. No, that's computers. Why did I get computers instead of interior plate? That's the question. Thank you. Much obliged. Let's throw away like 100 steel plate. Even though we're creating a small spaceship, we don't need that many steel plate units of steel. Hang on, is this changing? Is this changing? Yes, okay, let's stop that. It's annoying, and it's annoying that I have to reset it every time that I want to use something, but yeah. Right, so let's go down this way, and then we want you to go this way, and then you can go along, no, not that one, we can go along here, no, not there. At some point, I'll get rotation correctly. We go along here, and then we go to the massive reactor, which we could use the arc reactor, because that's not that expensive for a small ship. No, we don't need it. We'll go for a regular fusion reactor. So if we go number 5, flip it around, go like this, then that should be good. Quite heavy though. Actually, this ship is going to be a lot heavier than it actually needs to be because of this reactor. Let's get rid of it. So that reactor could probably power most of the thing. Okay, so noting that we're duplicating the design, just keep that in mind. So what we can do is we can then... we don't need this. We don't need it at all. We might want to use it later, but not right now. Right, let's go and duplicate the design onto the other side. Because apparently I can't place blocks anymore. Right, so we need that there, and then we're going to need these guys, and then get it back. We need corner, and then slope. Okay, so inside here should be plenty of space to have gyroscopes and the beacons that we need, and the projector. So now that we've done that, we can probably, if we go and put some tiny fusion point reactors on here as well, good. We can then seal that. In fact, we probably only need 2, due to how powerful they are. We can seal that. We can then have another. So underneath here is going to be where the projector is, and the projector is going to want to go upwards. So we want this here, and then that, so that we have a kind of hump. And then, no, I don't want to. I don't want to chat to no one. That would be, you know, a sign of madness. Yes. Stop changing the angles of rotation. It's annoying. Right. Nice. And then what we want is slopes. Have to make sure everything's symmetrical, because that's kind of the only way I can make things look nice. Okay. It's going to be like a stealth bomber or something. Something like that. Yeah, sure. And now I have a strange feeling of deja vu. I feel like I've done something like this before. I don't know when, I don't know where, but it's happened. Anyway, so now that we've got this, what we can do is we can... over here we can have our... repair beacon, and over here we can have our projection beacon. Sorry. So we need in total 4 steel tube, 2 radio communication, 2 computers. So we need 4 of this. We need 4 of you. We need... Hang on. What? What? So it doesn't actually need to be welded to be built. That's pretty nice. Anyway, so now we've got the, you know, nanite factories dealing with everything. Ooh, that's useful. That's very useful. And it's now also doing the projection upgrade, which is useful. I keep saying that, probably because it's true. Anyway, let's get... right, we need to... We'll do the under bit of the armor later. We can do this section for now. Right, let's get ourselves... No, do the under section of the armor now, because then we can use it to do the rear section, which is what we're going to do. Just don't fill in everything. That would be my my advice to me at that moment. So if I go get this guy, place him here, and then keep going, Jake. You can do it. I know you can. Right. I'll be back in a second once I have done the bottom section of the armor. Okay, we are back. So we've got this, you know, ship. I guess it could be called a ship. It's curved and it's got, you know, thrusters. Still have to place the rest of them, however. But now what we're going to do is we're going to do the interior section. So what we need is we need some gyroscopes, obviously. So we're going to place some gyroscopes along the wall, because I guess that's the best place to put them. There you go. And then we've got a conveyor junction here, so that connects to the cockpit so that we can access the reactor from the cockpit. What we also probably want is we want a cargo container, and we're going to be using a small cargo container because those are tiny. And then what we can do is we can get the small conveyors, like the small conveyor blocks, and we are going to place some more reactors just in case we need them. Because I'm thinking that these engines that we have are going to be quite, you know, dangerous. Well, deadly to run. Well, not deadly, but, you know, power expensive to run. So what we need is we need 4 thrusters on each side. So we need 4 going this way, 4 going this way, 4 going up, 4 going down. Right, so let's go here. No, there. So we go some there. Or in fact, we go 1 up, 1 down, so we can go like this. And then we can get a regular. Like that. No, not there. We want here. There. So we've got one up going, one going down. Oh, we're going to have to move some of these, aren't we? Yes, we're going to have to move some of the stuff that we built. Right, and then... Right, this may cause some damage. Oh! Well, we've got Nano Factory, which will probably deal with the damage. Maybe I shouldn't have placed the gyroscopes first. I'm going to get rid of the rest of the gyroscopes, just in case this happens again. Anyway, we've got, you know, things to repair. Apparently, these things aren't damaged, so they're not getting repaired at all. Wow, massive lag spike there. Anyway, that should be most of the damage that we have taken healed. I'll run this by like a static welder later, so that I can, you know, make sure that everything is back and, you know, worthy. We need to replace these guys. Right, and then let's go one here, and then do the same. One here, and one here. Essentially, that's how we want our thrusters to go. Over to the other side, let's do the same. And then... Good. This guy... No, not there. Flip it around again, here, and here. And then the last one is over to here. Starting from here. Right. Okay. Now that that's done, we need to replace the cockpit. Though before we do that, we should probably replace the stuff that was lost. Did we lose some reactors? No, we didn't. Good. So let's place the cargo container, which will hold the minuscule amount of cargo that we have. And then let's place the conveyor, and then we need another... no, not that one. We need a small conveyor, and then we will place back the glorious cockpit. Then that should be everything repaired. Oh, yeah, do you know what else disappeared? The nanite thing. Yes, I call it the nanite thing for some reason. It was the repair beacon, which is why everything is not, you know, being repaired. That would make sense. It would make sense, and it does make sense. So you can, you know, tell that to your friends that that's why things happened. We can also get rid of these guys, this guy here, and this guy here, and then this guy here, this guy here. And we can use these for our side thrusters. One here, one here. And then we can get rid of here. And here. Can we get rid of that? Yes. No, that's a regular thruster. We don't want to deal with those. So we'll do something different instead. So we've got thrusters going here, and then we can have some up top. Flip over to thrusters, get these guys sorted, and now we should have so 1, 2, 3, 4 up, 1, 2, 3, 4 left, 1, 2, 3, 4 back, 1, 2, 3, 4 forward. Okay. And now I just need to sort out the ones heading right. One there, and then back up to here. We have here. One there, one there. Good. So that should be all of the things that we need. And now the next thing that we want, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and then we want the projector down here. Okay. So let's go get projector. And now we need it to face the right direction, which is going to be hilarious. So I believe it's this way. And then we also probably would want an antenna. So let's go get an antenna. You can place it on the bottom. That's going to be fine. We then need gyros. We've got gyros. We've already got gyros. Let's place them. No, not those. We want these. Not the most space efficient build, but it will do. This guy's placing correctly. Good. Right. Let's examine. So we've got thrusters going forward, thrusters going backwards. We've got thrusters everywhere. Good. We've got reactors everywhere. We've got the we've got the projector. I think the last thing we need is remote control. So let's go control 6. Remote control. Let's make sure it's facing the right way. Which way is the right way? I believe this way. Okay. Well, it doesn't make that much difference anyway. So let's place the remote control here. I believe it doesn't change orientation. That's good. Place remote control, weld it up. And that should be nice. And so what that will allow us to do is, you know, manipulate the projector when we need to. So now that we've got the antenna, we've got everything else. I guess the last thing we need to do is seal up this, which I will do in the most ugliest of ways. Last of all, we need to place some maglocks. These guys. Let's go control 5, get that guy here. So we need a maglock here, and a maglock there. And we can paint them later, if, you know, I so desire. Excellent. I'm sure I haven't missed anything, but that's probably not true. Let's go get some uranium, shall we? That's not how you spell uranium, Jake. Just gonna say. Right, we're running a bit low on uranium, but that's fine. In fact, what's using so much power? Yeah, we're going to need more sources of uranium, so I'm going to need to go mining again. Sigh. But anyway, now that we've got this, we should be able to... I'll put 5 in here. Then that should turn on. We can get in here. It's all purpley inside. Yes, because that's supposed to work. Anyway. Let's go. So we want fusion reaction. So that's reactors. Save off in terminal. We've got gyros. Gyros. Save off in terminal. We've got maglocks. I think you get the point. Don't auto lock. Then we've got thrusters we can get rid of, except that we've got some T1s. I'll have to remove them. We've got projection and repair. We can change that to regular repair. We've got projector, remote control, which is good. We can change this to that. This is the name now. That's how it's going to be. That's how it's going to be called. So we've got. Construction drone, small. Nice. Right, so that should be called construction drone small. Then we've got regular construction drone, which I'll go into info and change that to large. Then go to control panel and change its construction drone to construction large. Good. So how long should we last? We should last 14 days with this much, with 5 there, but that's because we're not moving. So let's go over to the other reactors. Throw 5 in there, in here, and in there. Good. And now we should last for 72 days. That I deem is acceptable. Right, let's go in here. Turn off the landing gears so that this thing can move freely. Right, let's move. Power usage is quite good. Quite maneuverable as well. Oh, yeah, quite maneuverable. Watch. Whee! So fast. In fact, it could go faster, but that's not how, you know, space engineers works. Don't think gyroscopes act like they should do in real life. Because, like, the longer you leave a gyroscope running, it should give more of its... I don't really know how it works, so I'm probably wrong. Anyway, this guy's wrong. Go over to 7, get this guy flippity-flip over there, and then this guy's wrong. Flippity-flip. Right. Excellent. So, now that we have this, we should now be able to use the projector to build a small ship, he says. We should also be able to see ZAV construction small, ZAV construction large. Good. So let's go ahead. Let's go to small, go to projector, and let's get... no, first of all, go to construction. Save. We'll show off in terminal, and we turn them off. You know, just in case I do something silly, such as, you know, summon something from the warp. Right, let's go to projector, let's go to blueprints, let's get, I don't know, we need something that's a small, we need something small. I don't have anything, well, I don't have anything small that I'd like to build. Let's have a look. Right, yeah, let's choose something from over here. Let's get a A-wing, for example. Not going to build it, just saying. But yeah, let's get an A-wing, just as demonstration, which should have turned up somewhere. Oh, there we go. And it's facing the wrong way. Yay. Superb. It's facing the wrong way. And it's also offset as well. Why is it offset? Maybe because that's where the blueprint was taken? Yeah, okay. But it is facing the wrong way, which means that we have to change that. This is why we were testing, by the way. We can remove that. Need to go back in. So we want the line on the front. Okay, right, let's go to 6. No, we want... Which one has it? Where's the projector gone? Oh, I removed it. Okay, yeah, stupid me. Projector, let's get that again. Okay, so from here, will you change rotation? Will you change rotation? No, good. So we want to flip you this way and then send you down the far end. You should be fine. I believe here is the right area. Here. Just need to make sure. Anyway. It doesn't really matter. We can change how that works later. And then this is facing the right way, so let's place that. Weld it up. Seal the breach. Turn on construction. Projector. remote control. Right, construction is on, so we should have our construction now. It's building the thing. Go back in. We've got everything done. Good. Right, let's turn off construct. No, not that. We want this. Construction off. We want to hide these. We want to hide this from terminal. Good. Right, projector, blueprints, A-wing. Now that's facing the right way. Good. Okay, and then what we want to do is we want to go to remote control and control. Good. Go to second one. Let's get this rolling. So one projector increase, decrease, increase, decrease, increase. That didn't happen. And decrease forward offset. Okay, so now I should be able to. We want up. Good. So that should be good. Yeah, see? I can do things. I can do things properly, in fact. We still need to move it over by 1. But that's fine. Yeah, let's move it over by 1, because otherwise it's, you know, I'm going to be annoyed by it. Control, control, and then move over by 1. And look, I can also move it around to give myself a better view of how this works. So we can go this way, then we can swivel round. Oh, I can go like this, and then I can swivel around like this. You know, all the things that I can't do with the construction drone, I can do with this, which is very nice. Anyway, now that we've proved that this works, we're not going to use the projector because, well, I've got to make my own designs for that. But anyway, we now have our lovely small construction drone, which will allow us to build small grid ships, which is very, very nice. So next episode, or in the next few episodes, we'll be working on a transporter, which will be highly entertaining to work on. Anyway, until then, my name has been Zero Jake. End transmission.